Fourth step in OPM implementation, which is OPM maturity. In last three videos, we talked about how to define an OPM initiative, how to define roles as a program organization. We also talked about how do you go about developing the business case for OPM implementation. Today, we're going to talk about maturity, how we can define that. OPM maturity is the level of organization's ability to deliver strategic outcomes in a predictable, controllable, and reliable manner. Alright? So its maturity talks about the level of capability of the framework that helps the organization or the programs or projects to produce a desired outcome in a predictable manner. OPM maturity influences the OPM implementation program in three aspects. They are future state, business case, and program roadmap. Future state, consists of defining the OPM capability that will enable delivery of the organization's strategic objectives and quantify the progress of the program towards the state. So future state will help you to define what is the maturity level you would like to have if at all you want to achieve a strategic objectives and outcomes. Similarly, business case will give you cost to establish and sustain the target level of OPM maturity, as well as the benefits of improving the OPM outcomes and organizational performance. Right? And the product roadmap that would define the pathway evolution pathway for OPM maturity development from the current state to establishing or sustaining the future state, including any intermediate stages as well. Right? So these are the three aspects in which your OPM maturity can be influenced, the desired maturity level you want to achieve. Now let's look at what are the different maturity levels possibly you can have within our organization. As per PMI OPM standard, it gives around 5 levels. The first level is initial and ad hoc level, where the performance is not predictable. The project performance. The project management is quite reactive. When we say it is reactive, it is highly dependent on people and competence of the people. Project completed, but often delayed, over budget, or quality, it's having a lot of variations around it. So OPM processes means it should be, very ad hoc or chaotic in nature. So it's kind of a very initial level. The second level talks about the project level adoption of OPM. Projects are planned, monitored, and controlled at project level. OPM processes and practices are not uniformly applied. That means, your practices and processes and standardizations, it will vary project to project, right? So better the people have those projects may be following a better processes, right? Similarly, it's more individual dependent for a particular project. The level 3 is organizationally defined OPM. Here the project management, is getting more proactive. Organization project performance is getting predictable. Project teams follow OPM processes that are tailored to the complexities. So OPM processes are organizationally standard, measured, and controlled. Right? Instead of few projects, more than 80 to 90% of the projects, project managers highly standardized, tailored, and predictable. The next level is 4, which is a quantitatively managed OPM. Here, the project decisions are data driven. OPM process performance is managed in a manner that it enables achievement of quantitative improvement objectives. So you start managing your projects in such a way that you highly depend on your metrics. Your metrics performance will derive further improvements. So your OPM process performance is systematically analyzed for improvements. Last level is OPM optimization, which is the final level. So here organization is highly stable and focused on higher continuous improvement. So OPM alignment to the OPM strategy with a focus on value contribution. Okay, so the alignment of OPM to the organized strategy, coupled with defined and measured OPM processes with a focus on value contribution, and it also fosters the organization agility and innovation. The success rate of programs and projects are very high. The portfolio also optimized to ensure the business value, and projects are selected for their impact on the strategy of the organization. So that means we're getting to highest maturity level. You are choosing the right project for the strategy you are adopting in your organization, right? So accordingly, you can decide. As we discussed, there are three aspects, right? What are the future state we are looking at? What are the business value and benefits we are anticipating? What could be your program roadmap? What's the business case you can build around it? So accordingly, you can decide, what is the current state. You can analyze your organization can analyze what is the current state in your organization, right? Rightly, maybe in maybe level one or level two, and according to a future roadmap, according to a business case, and what should be the targeted maturity you can decide. The organization leadership, our OPM committee can decide about it, right? So once the targeted level of maturity is identified, so OPM models can be consulted to evaluate recommendation for specific practice implementation, as well as process governance, maintenance, and required control infrastructure, right? So accordingly, your cost structure also will change. Your business case, the depends on the level of maturity you are anticipating in our organization, right? So I think conclusion of today's video, I hope you got a fair idea about how do we define OPM maturity models, and what are the aspects it is highly depend on, how did impact your future state, how is it, what is the maturity you needed based on your business case or based on your future state. So accordingly you can decide. So generally most of the organization may go with to start with middle layer. We can start target state as a level 3. That's where we can start. Then we can automatically once start improving on it, you can go to level 4 and 5, right? So that should be the ideal way to take it forward. So with that, I would like to conclude today's video. So thanks for your time. uh, Let me know if any improvement ideas. I would like to include them in my future videos. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye bye.